Welcome back to Badge of Business, and this week we're joined by my lovely co-host Eva Gregwer and a very special guest, Sergeant Mike Phillips. There we all
Hi,
are.
everyone.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Today, Eva?
Good to see you all. Thanks for
Good.
joining us, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we got a couple things to talk about today. One of the things we're going to talk about is Spring Fest.
Yes.
And I think the other thing we're going to talk about is our annual Water Safety Day, right? Oceana Water Safety Day.
Yes.
Okay. So why don't you start off? So we got two things going on. What's the date for these events?
So Spring Fest is the annual arts and crafts fair on the Village Green. It always happens the third Saturday and Sunday of June. So this year it's June 20th and 21st down at the Village Green. Saturday it's from 10 to 5. Sunday it's from 10 to 3. It's always just a nice day to get out and about in Pentwater for the weekend. So please come on up if you're not here already and visit us. And what's also nice is that all the shops, the restaurants, everyone's just, having good sales and deals and specials. So it's a great time to just hang out in Pentwater. And the other event happening, I'm going to let Sergeant Mike Phillips take over and talk about what's going on at the marina that same Saturday.
Okay. Well, the Water Safety Day is a program that's hosted through the Oceana County Sheriff's Department and highly assisted through the Pentwater Police Department. Obviously, we have the venue down at the Pentwater Municipal Marina, and we would not be able to have this event without the assistance of Pentwater Police Department. The Water Safety Day, again, is on June 20th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it's an event that has multiple different agencies that are all in one location to where it's all revolving around safety in and around the water. So we'll have the Oceana County Marine Division will be there. The dive team will be there. The Michigan DNR will be there with their personnel and some of their boats. In the past, we've had the Coast Guard as well as Michigan State Police dive team there, as well as obviously Pentwater Police Department will be there. Possibly Life EMS will be there. The whole function is around being safe in and around the water because we're in the Great Lakes state. We want our water enjoyment to be safe. We don't want, one of the things that we promote here is we don't want the best day ever to turn into the worst day ever. So we want to be safe in and around the water. One of the things that we do is on a first come, first served basis, we hand out life jackets. Mainly those are geared towards the kids. We tend to, with our donations that we receive, we tend to try to purchase more youth models. One of the reasons being is that we know that a lot of our boats and other vessels, they tend to get life jackets for the adults because that's generally what they have on board. Sometimes the most vulnerable part, being our youth, are sometimes left out. So we tend to give out those youth size flotation devices, and we talk about safety. There's booklets and pamphlets there, all again gearing around being safe in and around our waterways.
Excellent. You always have a good turnout too. I appreciate that you do this every year.
It does. It works good. I think one of the takeaways that people come away with that is they get to see really kind of a layered resources. They see the resources we have at the local patrol level because we have, every car that we have is outfitted with water safety equipment. Then they see the dive team, then they see the state dive team, and each member of that partnership brings a little bit more to the table. So at the end of the day, the capabilities, people would be amazed at what Oceana County or any of the departments in Oceana County can muster within a half-hour period of time. We have a lot of assets that we can put to hopefully recovering somebody or dealing with whatever kind of water emergency we have, because a lot of it is prevention. We're trying to prevent things before they happen. So That's what a lot of people take away from it.
I do think it's great. And I do want to mention, let people know this is not the same as the boater safety course that is run, because that is a couple days in July and a couple days in August at the Pentwater Yacht Club, which the Pentwater Arts Council is sponsoring. And I know Mike Phillips is involved with that. You can actually find it at the Oceana County Sheriff's Department website. And then you can also find it at pentwater.org to sign up for the boater safety in July and August. This is the water safety day that's free and open to all to join in on June 20th. And what time is it at again?
11 to 2, we'll be there. And again, the life jackets are going to be on a first come, first serve. So sometimes we do run out of some of the sizes as they get to be a little more and more needed. We tend to try to incorporate that into the next year. And again, this is an event that's free for all, but I believe we do have a link for a QR code if you wish to donate to the event. You can just put that in the notes for Friends of Oceana County. And again, that's on the QR. I believe Laud has that in the description.
Under, when you watch this video.
Yes. And if you're interested in the boater safety courses, again, the dates are July 7th and 8th. That's a 2-day course. It runs from 8 to noon both days. You do have to attend both days. That is already up for, you can register for that one right now. And there's another one the week of homecoming, I believe it is, August 11th and 12th. Again, those are both 8 to noon, those dates. And to register for those, you can search michigan.storefront.calcami or just search for boater safety classes in Michigan, but you want the in-person classes. So, and again, those are an in-person class. At the end of that 2 days, you come out with your boater safety certificate after you pass the final test. You'll get a copy of that, and that does allow you to operate a vessel not only in the state of Michigan, but that's allowed in all the territories and states of the U.S. And again, anybody born after 1996 needs to have that to operate any vessel in the state of Michigan. And if you're born after December 31st of 1978, if you're going to operate a personal watercraft, you have to have that as well.
And I will say, it's so nice that Pentwater has these resources with Oceana County to utilize, because water is a big part of our recreation, especially in the summertime. So safety, and like you said, Chief, regarding prevention is key. So it is, the knowledge is power here. And I would say to everyone to take on this opportunity that you're giving us.
Well, I think when people come to the Great Lakes, they do not have a full appreciation for just how powerful and how quickly that water can change. Because I know that several years ago, we started actually supplementing the state park when they're closing the beach. We have really severe weather. I mean, we shut down the channel walls, and we post PSO officers out there to keep people out of the water. And, we don't always make friends, but we make lifelong enemies, and they're still living and kicking. So that's good. Mike, you want to talk a little bit about the shape of the future of boating?
Yeah. So there's a lot of different changes coming about right now when it comes to boating. What you see on the screen here, the U.S. Coast Guard has put out a boating survey, so people can go ahead and scan that QR code that's in the bottom right hand of that, and take a boating survey that's done nationally. And being Michigan, we're one of the highest boat registrations in the nation, and we obviously, being surrounded by the Great Lakes, water is a big thing. So you want your voice to be heard. So if you're partaking in our wonderful waterways, I encourage you to go ahead and get on there and take that survey, because that'll talk about, kind of where the Coast Guard and NASBLA and these other things are with their laws and different things that they're doing, what they're going to do in the future. So get on there and let your voice be heard. And I encourage that.
Weren't we overtaken in boat registrations by Florida?
Florida's higher than us, Florida and California, but we're usually right there, number 3, I believe. The last 3 years or so, we've been in there. We're always in the top 5. And make sure you do continue to get your boating registration done, because they do use those numbers to give us federal monies. So it is important to us, and that does come down to us locally. So, we want you to keep enjoying the waterways and keep doing it by ways that the federal government can see that we're important here, even our little community.
Well, and I think we can't underemphasize the value of boater safety training, because it doesn't take a lot of people can afford boats, and they will buy a boat, and I'm sure you've witnessed the same thing, Mike. They come out with a new boat and they're all excited, and they don't really have the skills yet to use it, and it becomes an issue real fast. And so those are the ones we end up towing back, or bailing out, so to speak. So
yeah, I mean, prime example was last summer. We had boater safety class going on here in Pentwater, and later that afternoon, I believe it was later that afternoon or the next day, we had to go out and tow in a boat that was not following simple boater and safety rules that our people that were in the boater safety class literally learned that day. They had their boat anchored by the stern and swamped it. So
yeah. And I think we also I do remember towing a boat in, and literally the guys on the boat were talking to him. We said, "Well, how's the boat been running?" "Well, I don't know. This is the first time I ran it." It was like, okay, well, now we know.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. So
yeah, not uncommon. So just to kind of wrap things up, the fair, the Springfest fair, the one thing we want to talk about is how people are going to get to that. And this year, just like we do every other year, we are going to close down 2nd Street and kind of change the traffic flow on that. We usually start about Friday. We'll have the barricades up. It becomes one way down to the west on 2nd Street, and then you exit going to Dover. Then that's so the artists can get their stuff unpacked and moved in and everything else. And then the next morning we will shut it down for a little bit. Then we'll open it up for the day, and then we will shut it down in the afternoon to allow people to exit and unpack their stuff. So our PSOs will be out there. We'll have at least 2 out there. We've got 4 PSOs this year, so they will be out helping to keep people going. And it should be a good weekend. It's always packed that weekend. Always packed that weekend. Anything else?
Springfest, June 20th and 21st, and you can hit Water Safety Day on June 20th. A lot of things happen.
Folks go to the Springfest and they come down to get the free hot dog.
Highly recommend it. Since we are talking about Water Safety Day, I would like to mention to everybody and just kind of remind everybody this is not only an issue we're having here, but it's nationwide, and it's also showing in our numbers. Is I'd like to remind people that paddleboards, stand-up paddleboards, are considered a vessel. Okay, they're a non-motorized vessel under 16 feet. Okay, so you do have to have a flotation device of some sort with you. And we do encourage that. Not only encourage it, but it is a federal regulation that is done. Actually, October 3rd of 2008, the federal government classified stand-up paddleboards just the same as a kayak or a canoe. So I just want to remind everybody, when you go out on your paddleboard, make sure you have some sort of flotation device with you. And then another thing that we're probably going to see an increase of is these battery-powered hydrofoils or battery-powered surfboards. Once they get that motor, that propulsion device of some sort on them, they become a motorized vessel. So again, they are then regulated and that for an MC registration. I believe we've all seen the 1 or 2 floating around the lake and out there. I believe they do have their current registrations, but I think we'll see more of those. So again, when it comes to those battery-powered hydrofoils and surfboards, MC registrations, and then they do need the personal flotation devices as well. So again, just make sure you have your personal flotation devices anytime you're out on the water, but it is also law. I just want to remind everybody of that. So.
All right. All right.
I will say, make sure that you're not using your kayak or your stand-up paddleboard within the swimming area.
Yeah. And the only thing I have to add to that is those things blow away quite often. So if you can put some kind of sticker on the inside of that with your ownership, I've got the tags here at the office. I'm sure Mike's going to show you the same thing. Stop in, they're free.
You can contact the sheriff's department for tags of that nature as well. We are promoting the unmanned or the vessel registration stickers, and if you also need, we do the vessel safety checks. Just contact me at the Oceana County Sheriff's Office, and I'll come out and do a vessel safety check on your vessel prior to it going out, and that way you can make sure you have all your safety equipment and everything on the vessel itself. And if your vessel passes, which by the time we're done, it should, we'll give you a sticker for the year if you would like. And again, we've got the if found stickers and the vessel safety checks that we'll do.
And who you got working for you? You got two. I got to try Cody.
Yes, we have. I have two summer marine deputies that generally are going to be patrolling our inland waters. They're Cody and Brooklyn. They'll be on all of our inland lakes, and then I'll supplement them in the inland lakes, and then handle Pentwater and Lake Michigan as well. They did get a little bit of exposure to Lake Michigan on our call out that we had just last Friday, so that was good for them.
They needed to have a call like that.
Yeah, literally their first day on the boat, yes, and we thought that it was going to be quite an interesting day for them. So. But yeah, like I say, don't be afraid to reach out to us ahead of time, because we do offer a lot of things. Again, like the if found stickers, the vessel safety checks, and if you just have questions, myself and the summer marine deputies I have quick lists for what you need for your vessel to make it legal. They can hand those out to you. They're pretty simple to understand. And again, we're just here to make sure that those greatest day ever stays the greatest day ever.
Yeah. And I would encourage people, if you see those guys out, they're really young, and wave at them, let them know you care about them, because they're bobbing around in that boat, and it's sometimes not the greatest job, but be nice to them. They're just trying to do their thing, Any final words on your event, Eve?
Come down and have a hot dog from Lieutenant Bosley.
There we go. All right. So we want to thank you for watching this podcast. If you do, like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We do these every week, and we try to keep people current, even if I can't talk. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.